Hey guys, what's up and welcome to day 3 of Analytics Week here on my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about Twitter analytics and what you need to know. Alright, so let's dive into my Twitter account, twitter.com/ajourneyeast. If you guys want to throw me a follow, I talk about random things on there, so maybe don't follow me on there. Anyway, you'll see here, when you're on your Twitter profile that you get prompted to view your tweet activity already, so you can get to your analytics that way. Or you can click right here and click on analytics. So let's click on that. Again, if you guys haven't been tuning in for the past couple days, some of these metrics are kind of embarrassing. I have to use myself as my own little test dummy because obviously I'm not going to show you guys clients' accounts. So yeah, sometimes they're kind of bad. Like, look, people unfollowed me. Whatever. It is what it is. So, this will automatically bring you up to this 28-day summary. Now, similar to Facebook, Twitter is a little weird and it doesn't let you really choose date ranges very well. Like, I think it only lets you go back 3 months or something like that. It doesn't let you go back till the end of time. So again, like Twitter and Facebook, if you're using their native analytics, you'll want to make sure that you get on a regular routine, if this is your job, of course, and if you're reporting back to clients or anything like that. And pull metrics every week or every month or something so you don't lose anything, because it does just give you the 28-day summary by default. Okay, so you can see I had 68 tweets, which was down 9%. That sounds like a lot to me. That's like 2 or 3 per day. Impressions, so again, that's the total number of times that my tweets were seen in a feed, pretty much is what that means. 33,000, which is down a little bit from the previous 28 days. 2,700 people viewed my profile, which is kind of creepy to think about for some reason. I don't know why, but I don't know. It's interesting. I got 58 mentions, which was up 16%, so I was a little more social this month, and I gained 4 followers, it looks like, something, but I lost 2 of them, so all right. So it'll give you this little monthly wrap-ups, which is pretty cool. So tweet highlights, it'll give you your top tweet and how many impressions it received, which is an interesting one because if you look here, this only had 1 retweet and 1 favorite. So this is really speaking to the fact that sometimes posts can be deceiving. Like, you can't just go off of what it looks like, because clearly that resonated with more people than it looks like. My top mention by Teespring, these are the people who I sell my Internet Kid merch through, so shout out to them for mentioning me. My top follower is Shakira is Legend, which is like a Shakira fan account, so what's up to them? They have 154,000 followers. So this is a really cool thing to pay attention to, because if you do get followed by anybody who's very influential, you might want to add them to a private Twitter list to start engaging with them. Maybe they're people who I want to invite on my podcast, just pay attention to those people. Maybe you want to follow them back, that kind of thing. And then my top media tweet was this, it's an external article. And then all of these are expandable. So if I want to go to all tweet activity, let's look at that first. So this shows me all of my tweets for the past 28 days, 8.9% engagement rate for this video that I posted, which is a part of the 12 Days of Video Challenge that I was supposed to be participating in and kind of fell off of, but hey. So yeah, this was, I think, looks like one of my most engaging tweets. And then it will also show you impressions and engagements broken down in the first 2 columns. Let's click on top, and this is sorted by impressions. So this one I mentioned Lauren Everts, who created the Skinny Confidential, and she actually retweeted this. So I gained a lot of impressions because she retweeted this. But my engagement rate wasn't very high. A lot of people didn't click on the article or click on my profile or anything from it. So, meh. This was a political kind of tweet. Got a lot of engagement from that one. People love to hear my opinions, but they hate it at the same time. I think some of the most polarizing posts that you make tend to be the most engaging, so there's that. Yeah, so you can just kind of scroll through and see these. Now you can also see, let's see one with the link. So here's my first Vlogmas video. So if I click on it, you can click view tweet activity or just click around there. You can see a little breakdown. So I had 3 link clicks. So only 3 people went over to watch the video. guys, come on. I'm just joking. One retweet, one like, so you can see like how your engagements are calculated. And then you can also promote it here if you wanted to. Let's see how many people clicked on this one. Link clicks, 13. So it's actually a lot of link clicks, kind of, but it's just because there were so many impressions, like that the calculation was still pretty low, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's kind of Twitter analytics. I mean, you can see your overall engagement rate is 4.4% for the past 28 days. You can benchmark this. There's lots of different like data sources out there on the web to see if that's a good engagement rate. Generally speaking, 2% engagement rate is pretty good for most platforms. So people are engaging with me, which is good. Link clicks, I earned 2 per day. That's really not very impressive, but hey, retweets, likes, replies, that kind of thing. And then this also shows like day by day. So this is pretty cool to look at sometimes because you can just gauge trends, you know, based on day. Saturday, I don't know if I was on one that day or like if I was like on a political rant that day or what was happening. But a lot of people did engage with me on that day. It could just be that it was Saturday, but as you can see, that's a very high Saturday. Like this is a Saturday too, but this is Thanksgiving weekend. So, you know, you can just kind of start to see trends. Wow, Wednesday, nobody cared about me. I probably didn't post at all. But that is like so freaking low. So yeah, you can just kind of see what trends are happening and things like that. You can, like I said, let's do November. So you can compare. So if I'm thinking, okay, maybe Saturdays tend to be really good days, I can look back at November and see, is that true? Not really. I think it really depends on what's going on, is what this data kind of tells me. It's not really a day. I think it's more of what I'm saying and what's going on in the media and the world, because this is a Saturday and this is pretty low. Friday, Sunday, kind of all over the place. But anyway, this is a really nice tweet. I told my friend James that his daughter is lucky to have a dad like him because she is. So anyway, you can see month by month. You can export this data into, you can also export this data. It's like working and I don't want it to. I want it to stop, but you can export it into like a CSV or an Excel file. Let's go over here though to audiences. This is another pretty cool one. I'm sorry, what? Look at my top audience or my top interest is dogs. And I like dogs, but I don't have them and I don't really, I'm not really a pet person. So I think that's interesting. But apparently 98% of my audience likes dogs. I don't know how reliable this is. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not even trying to be funny here. I just think like Twitter analytics for audiences, I say take it with a grain of salt just because Facebook, they have so much information about who you are because you typed in your profile. Twitter is not so much like that. You really, all you need is like an email address. So I don't know how they pull this stuff. It could be very accurate. I'm not sure. But I say take it with a grain of salt. But anyway, a lot of people like dogs, weather, space, science. So that's cool. Occupation, 37%. According to this, again, this is not like, I'm not going to change all my content to accommodate these people necessarily because I don't know if it's true. But according to Twitter, 37% of my audience is a homemaker, which kind of does make sense because I think a lot of people tend to be like stay-at-home moms who also have a side hustle. And so they follow me for social media tips and things like that. Professional, technical, self-employed. So these actually all make a lot of sense, which is a good thing. And then white collar worker too. So these are all kind of like my target audience. Retired, also retired people tend to have a side hustle, sales, marketing, management. Honestly, this is all pretty dang good. So this is showing me that the people who are following me for a reason, and they probably don't want to hear my political rants. So I'll try to stop. Consumer buying styles, quick and easy, premium brands, home cooking, ethnic explorers. What does that mean? But quick and easy thing is pretty interesting. Maybe I could, incorporate some of that into my selling strategy for my courses. Maybe it's just like one click, like you guys don't need the fluff. I don't know, something to try. Education, so 53%. Sorry, I just completely skipped over here, but you can see wireless carrier. I don't really care about that personally. Home ownership, 68% of my audience is a homeowner, 66. Education, 53% completed high school, 37 completed college, about 50-50 between married and single folks. That's interesting. Net worth, most of my people are between the $1 and $100,000 net worth. The next highest is about 100,000 to $1 million. Household income, again, most people are between 75 and 100,000. Gender, mostly female. So anyway, you can see way more on here. Demographics. Well, I guess it's not more, it's just like a different view. This one is pretty cool though too, if you want to see country and region. So 7% of my followers come from Michigan, where I live, 10% from California, 6% from New York. Lifestyle, again, it shows interests, dogs, TV genres, sports. What? Do you guys know who I am? My Twitter followers seem confused. I don't know why they would follow me. Consumer behavior, auto parts buyer. Okay. Auto service. Oh, this is aftermarket. Why is it showing this though? Like this is what I'm saying. Like the thing about Twitter Insights that I don't really understand is like, why do they think I care about auto buying types? And then mobile. Most people are on iOS. A few people are on Android. This is pretty cool too. If you click on the events, you can see like what is going on in the world. So you might want to perhaps do some posts around this, like MLK Day is coming up. So if that relates to me and something that I'm passionate about, people talk about this 7.6 times more than anywhere else in the US. So I might want to post some tweets about that, obviously in the right way, because we don't want to make an important holiday like that about us. But New Year's, you know, all of these just give you some trends. So these are cool ideas to think about for campaign ideas. The SAG Awards are coming up on January 27th. I love live tweeting award shows. So things like that are just cool to see. Like there's an overview. You can do it by sports, by movies, by recurring trends. So these are like some hashtags that happen all the time, which is pretty cool. So you can get some info. Maybe, but it's not really giving me info, but it's supposed to be giving you a little bit of info on like how many people are using that and things like that. But anyway, that's kind of it. And I hope this video was helpful. This is Analytics Week, day 3. Day 4 is coming up tomorrow, and I'm gonna do Instagram. And then on Friday, we're gonna sit and chill together, and we're gonna talk about what you should be including in your clients' reports. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and comment down below. Let me know how you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.